What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Now, when Disney finally purchased Fox and all of these properties bounced back to Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige and the like had the luxury of being under no mandate to use any of these characters. As the universe and luck would have it, the X-Men were just at the end of a dying franchise, meaning the Fantastic Four would come first, but there was one property, one holdout amongst the bunch that demanded immediate attention, not only in terms of a release date and production allocation, but reconciling how this character, who had once been in a different Marvel universe, was going to show up in the pretty succinct MCU, and that character is of course none other than Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. And now this story, which starts a little over a month ago, seems like it's been leading up to this exact weekend where we might undoubtedly receive an announcement for not only Deadpool 3 and a release date, but maybe even an appearance from Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool himself. We're going to break down everything that's happened in the last month that makes this look like a real possibility, but first, if you could, grab the subscribe button. We're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel related stuff, including 2 copies of the Infinity Saga limited edition box set. All you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, I realized less than a minute ago I said this story was about a month old leading up to this weekend, but I lied. It's actually going back all the way to July 29th, and I apologize. It's just that this year has been flying by so fast it felt like a month ago. On July 29th, Ryan Reynolds, on the anniversary of him leaking his own footage for the Deadpool movie in order to get it made, he posted this with the quote to his own Instagram that said something about, as he likes to say, Phase 5, and that was the very first indication that Ryan Reynolds seemed to say that Deadpool was coming in Phase 5, and you can go around this board. There's a full breakdown on almost every YouTube channel, but really the takeaway was the quote underneath the photo itself, followed by this image again on his own social media of Ryan Reynolds present at Marvel Studios. Now, this photo was posted on October 14th with the quote, "Audition for the role of Anthony Stark. Didn't even come remotely close, but the nice man with the taser escorted me off the ground." And of course, he's joking. He was there to meet with Kevin Feige and probably some other creatives to talk about Deadpool and his future in the MCU. And the reason I brought up in the prologue that one character demanded some immediate attention is the success of the Deadpool franchise. It would be different if Deadpool was going along the lines of X-Men, them just waiting for it to put out its last movie and then give it some time to breathe before they bring him into the MCU under a reboot. This is notably going to be the same character and the same actor, now in a different cinematic universe, and it's going to take some attention to figure out how they're going to do this. Now, news came of an imminent Deadpool 3 or Deadpool 1, again depending on how you want to look at it, announcement right after their meeting at Marvel Studios, but with nothing on the horizon, no place to particularly announce it, with San Diego Comic-Con and D23 square in the past, it didn't seem likely that Marvel Studios would do a one-off. Then, almost as if on cue, Marvel Studios, 2 weeks after this photo was posted to Ryan Reynolds' Instagram, and just over 2 weeks ago on November 15th, comes out and announces 5 official release dates for the 5th slate, 2 in 2022 and 3 more in 2023, with no titles attached. And of course, we all figured we would have to wait until at least next year's San Diego Comic-Con to hear what these titles would be. Then a week later, we found out that this time at CCXP, where normally Kevin Feige just sends a recorded clip with maybe some new footage, and we all assumed this would obviously be Black Widow, this time they booked a trip for Kevin Feige to go, and the official production company for CCXP down in Sao Paulo, Brazil, actually announced that he would have a 45-minute panel to kick off the entirety of the Comic-Con on Saturday and would be doing huge Marvel announcements. Now, 45 minutes is a long time. That's even longer than Disney gave him at D23, and that's their own showcase, so you can be certain they're going to be unveiling new properties of some kind and maybe even bringing out actors from those new properties. And this is the part that gets just a little crazy, as we can confirm in the last 24 to 48 hours that Ryan Reynolds will also be at CCXP in Sao Paulo, Brazil at the same time during these announcements. Now, while he's there promoting a different movie, is it a coincidence that he's there? There are no characters almost as internationally ubiquitous other than Spider-Man than, say, Deadpool. Now, Avengers have cast a lot of these characters into the forefront, but as far as just raw popularity in the international international market and popularity as well, top Marvel characters, Deadpool is way up there, making him the perfect character to bring out in an international Comic-Con like Sao Paulo, Brazil, especially if Ryan Reynolds was already going to be there. Now, I know this is a lot of coincidental evidence, but there's no way that Kevin Feige would be taking the trip all the way down to Sao Paulo, where normally he just records a pre-recorded clip for them if they weren't going to do something big. And considering Ryan Reynolds is already going to be in the building, and you have to stop and think about this for a minute, guys, the Deadpool franchise is worth $1 billion considering the 2 movies revenue already and future revenue for another movie. They can't just sleep on this one, and they can't wait any longer than about 4 or 5 years to put it out. Ryan Reynolds, unfortunately, is not really Deadpool. He does age, even though he doesn't look like it. You can't wait 5-10 years to put out the next Deadpool movie. He will have aged significantly, and the character will have lost some of its relevance. Plus, as we just mentioned, with the international popularity of this character, it would be a huge mistake to wait any longer than the obvious 2023 release date for Phase 5 that we assume we'll hear about if they truly do announce Deadpool 3, or again Deadpool 1, depending on what you want to call it here for the MCU. And that actually leads me to my final thought. How exactly are they going to do this? You've got enormous problems like his continuity with other characters that haven't been cast for the MCU that overlap with the now defunct Fox property. You also have the double casting of a super important character, say Cable, by none other than Josh Brolin, who also already played Thanos and someday may be called upon to reprise that role, especially if they do an Annihilation event. Then the other pesky problem of him being rated R and not operating the same way as the other Marvel characters, actually addressing the audience straight on. And the rumor has been that it'll be Ryan Reynolds and it'll be the same Deadpool character, except now just in a different Marvel Cinematic Universe. And of course, with the way his humor works, he'll probably crack wise about that the entirety of the movie. What's going to be more interesting for me is how they choose to have Deadpool operate when he's integrated with the rest of the properties, and specifically the Avengers, as you don't bring Deadpool into the Marvel Cinematic Universe to have him live on an island and never cross over with those characters. Up until now, and don't get me wrong, I love Ryan Reynolds' impression of Deadpool, but it's always quite obviously the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool show. And these ensemble movies, even things like Iron Man, had other prominent characters in which Robert Downey Jr. was able to share the stage a little bit. It's my sincerest hope that they can find a way to do Ryan Reynolds Deadpool justice, but also have it work well and integrated with the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe when whatever crossover event calls for it. That being said, some of these heavier movies, especially Infinity War and Avengers Endgame in tone, there were a lot of comic relief moments, especially with Fat Thor and of course Don Cheadle's jokes during Endgame, but it's just a different kind of humor than the kind of humor we get out of Deadpool, and I'm not sure that would have worked well in the context, in the tone of those movies. Either way, only time will tell. And as far as the rest of the release dates, there's no telling what they may choose to do, but with a character and an actor such as Ryan Reynolds' ilk, they may choose to just bring him out the same way that they just announced Black Panther 2, brought Ryan Coogler out, and then talked about other properties. Trust me, Deadpool would be more than enough and really surprise everybody. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments about all of this. A, the chance that they're even going to be announcing Deadpool 3 this weekend, isn't that crazy considering not a lot of us knew that this Comic-Con was even happening? It's not usually a huge one on the radar. And B, are you super hyped to get Deadpool in the MCU? You know that I am, and I can't wait to see how they do it. Let me know down in the comments all your thoughts about how they might integrate this new hero into the already existing MCU with the way that he operates so differently. And quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 550,000 subscriber mark. If you missed the 2 winners for the 500,000 PS4 winners, all you have to do is go back, listen to the video, Phase 5 dates released. It also has 500k Pro winner in the title, as do the rest of the winners, all winners announced at the end of videos. All you have to do to be entered to win either of the PlayStations, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. That'll automatically enter you to win all the rest of the prizes here at the channel, as well as the Infinity Saga limited edition box sets. These are completely sold out, limited in production number, and going for crazy amounts on eBay. We've gotten our hands on 2 to give away here at the channel, one of which will be given away throughout the holiday season regardless of subscriber count. If you wanted to be entered to win either of these, either of the PlayStations or any of the future prizes prizes we give away at Everything Always. All the same rules apply. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell with notifications turned on. Leave a like and a comment on this video, and again, because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. One last thing, I recently released my second song and a music video to go with it. I'll go ahead and link that down below. If you're curious at all, if you want to support any of my side projects, or if you like indie rock, I know certain types of music aren't for everybody, and I get that. But again, if you're just curious or you want to support, the link is down below. It'll be pinned as the top comment, and I would sincerely appreciate the click. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always. Guys, thanks for checking out the channel, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon, especially for all of the huge announcements coming from Marvel Phase 5 this weekend at Sao Paulo, CCXP, Brazil. Make sure to stick around for that, and I will see you guys soon.